This episode of Area Code Batavia is brought to you in part by Alpha, a non-judgmental space to ask the big questions about life. If you've been wondering about the purpose of life, have been curious about faith, or have questions about the basics of Christianity, you might want to check out Alpha, a series of free and open gatherings starting on Tuesday evening, September 15th at 6:30 at Holy Cross Church in Batavia. Each session begins with a free meal together and is followed with a brief video that explores these questions. Then you sit around a table to ask your questions and talk with others. Alpha has reached over 29 million people worldwide, and now it's coming here. If you're interested in attending Alpha, you can find out more information through the link in the show notes. This episode of Area Code Batavia is brought to you by 212 Degrees Construction Group. Local and trusted remodeling.
It's always been some sort of watering hole. We've got a picture here from 1890. Dirt floor, spittoon. There wasn't even women allowed here up until a certain time. So a lot of former bar owners are rolling in their graves. It's been 3 females in a row who've owned the place.
Hey everybody, this is Area Code Batavia, a podcast about what it means to belong in Batavia now that our great national nightmare of kids on scooters is mostly over.
Oh man, that is a hot topic.
Later on the show today, we're going to have Melissa Monno, who is the owner of Sidecar Supper Club. This is one I have been wanting to do for a long time. I'm excited. I finally got to talk to her. It was awesome. Melissa is so fun, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But in the meantime, how many times have you almost gotten run over by a kid on a electric scooter this summer?
Over 10, but under 20. but often.
Yeah. Too often is my answer. I think it's realistically 3 for me.
Is it downtown that it's happening?
For me, yeah. One particular time I was walking out of Limestone and just almost got clocked.
Ugh.
It was crazy.
Have you seen anyone on a scooter but also looking at their phone? Because I have.
No, I haven't noticed that.
That's
I'm
bad.
not a very observant person.
Okay.
So I don't know if
I thought the O in your Myers-Briggs.
We were talking about Myers-Briggs.
Was
and I'm
observant.
more of an O than a J.
Yeah.
That's true. But I guess I'm bad at both of them.
Wow.
Well, one of the good things is that they are back in school now for the most part.
The children?
The children.
I did say that the other day. I was like, I'm ready for these kids to go back.
I do have kids, and I love the kids of Batavia. I think they're great. I want to go on record. I believe that children are our future. Mm-hmm. I believe that if you treat them well and let them lead the way, that everything will work out.
It's beautiful sentiment.
And one of the problems in our society is we don't do that.
I think the scooters are a problem.
Yeah.
But then I have this.
What's crazy is we have laws. The laws are in place
to
solve
laws?
the problem.
Okay.
Right? My understanding is we have passed new e-bike and e-scooter laws.
Yes, very recently.
Including how old you have to be to ride some of these things. Mm-hmm. And I guess there's just a bit of a lead up to enforcement that's happening. So hopefully next summer, maybe this is less noticeable.
When I was in the Netherlands earlier this year, there was just a lot of discussion about e-bikes and e-scooters and how it's one of the leading causes of death for older people in the Netherlands.
Because they're getting hit?
Yeah, so the bikes are so powerful, they're either hitting things or getting hit or...
but are the old people riding them?
Yes. Oh. They're both getting hit by them and riding them into things.
Jeez.
I think it's really dangerous.
Yeah. This is a clearest scenario of technology outpacing our regulations.
Sure.
And by clearest, I don't mean the most impactful. I just mean the one you can step outside and see when you're leaving
When
Limestone.
It hits you, yeah. Well, and you are supposed to dismount on the sidewalk.
Yeah. No, we all know.
Which is...
Yeah. It
does not happen.
And look, I've been there. I've ridden my bike downtown, and I've been I've ridden my bike to downtown and been I don't want to get off. But what I'll do is this allowed? Tell me. And listeners, sound off in the comments. When you get to downtown, can you sort of get off the bike, but step up on the pedal and push off? You know what I'm saying?
So a kind of a cool.
And so your right foot's on the left pedal.
I don't think that's dismounting.
You got to really not be rolling, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to walk. It says dismount and walk bike.
Okay, you got to walk the bike. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I had to walk my bike 30 minutes because I had a flat tire.
From where?
The middle school. I went to a
from
meet and greet with my
Rotolo.
kid. Yeah, from Rotolo. I'm going to sound off about this right now. I'm speaking truth to power right now.
Yeah.
If you've got a bike pump on your property, it needs to work because my bike tire was a little flat.
Okay.
I was like, I better fill it up before we head back home. And of course, when you try and pump up a bike tire with a pump that doesn't pump, it just flattens your tire.
Did Atticus have to walk as well?
No, his tires were fine.
So he left you.
He said, peace,
he was
Dad.
like, bye.
Literally had to walk 30 minutes back
Wow.
home. That was a real bummer.
Now, if you had an e-scooter,
If I had an e-scooter,
You'd be
this
going
would not
so
be a
fast,
problem.
yeah.
No, yeah. But I might have hit an old lady or something.
well,
What else has happened in Batavia?
in Batavia, the storm, there was a big storm.
Oh, man. We had a crazy week of storms this
and
week.
the tornado sirens were going off during the usual time that they go off to test them.
Yeah.
But it was an actual tornado, I think.
Yes.
So that was confusing.
That was confusing. I had
Horrible
gotten
timing.
the notification on my phone, so I understood what was happening. But then the tornado notification, like the tornado warning, went away at some point and was replaced by a thunderstorm warning, which is different.
Did you lose power?
We lost it for like a minute or so.
Yeah, we had the same thing.
Yeah.
But for like 2 days in a row at like 9 a.m., it just became nighttime.
So lots going on in Batavia.
Seriously.
But one of the most important things going on in Batavia is on August 27th at 7 p.m. at the Sturdy Shelter deck. Mm-hmm. Area Code Batavia live on the river. We're taking advantage of Sturdy Shelter's deck, and we're going to all congregate there and have a live show. 630 members have a free access to this. I guess if you really wanted to, you could stand slightly far away and just listen in.
You could stand on the William J. Donovan Bridge.
And just like watch the show from afar for free if you really wanted to.
Near the Spintronic statue.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, you're going to need to pay $10 or become a 630 member. But we welcome looky-loos.
Yeah.
From Clark Island or whatever.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a really good show.
There will be some guests.
Marcus Jansen of Ball Horticultural, Abby Beck of the Conservation Foundation,
and
then Alder Person.
And the people who helped build the deck.
Yeah, 212 Degrees Construction
Group. Brian and Chris.
Yes, Brian Hunter, Chris Kruver made this deck possible.
We're going to talk to them and see what it took to make that possible. We're going to talk to everybody about the river and about river culture and things you do on the river and things that come from the river. And we just thought it was a really good fit for like the dog days of summer.
And I'm spoiled because I work at Sturdy Shelter and I get to sit on the deck a lot. So I sit there.
Do you use it a lot?
Yes. And it's been life-changing.
Seriously?
Yes.
Say how.
Because I sit, okay, you could look towards Clark Island and you get like an unencumbered view of just like nature.
Yeah.
Or you could look towards the city and you're going to see like the Peace Bridge. I prefer to look towards Clark Island. But to me, it's just, I have never spent this much time on the river, looking at the river or enjoying the river since I moved here. Because there aren't that many places, there's places like where there's a bench or something. Yeah. But this is just, it's different. I'm seeing the town in a whole new light.
I like the dual view idea. You can go and you can, and it's really three things. You're in community, you're talking to people, you're looking at nature, and you're looking at the city and the people that are walking across the bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's seriously like, how often do you just sit and stare at the river?
So if you want to come and sit and stare while we talk at you with microphones.
The call to the void.
What?
When you just like stare into like a body of water or like off a cliff and you feel that pull.
Yes, I've been there.
Yes.
Alexa will be co-hosting. This will be fun. So Alexa, you're going to be right there with me, introducing and talking to guests. Are you excited about this?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
cool.
I think all of my fake podcasting experience, like when you recorded for the Homemade Horror Show last year.
Yeah.
I think this is all leading. It's all led me here.
You were fated. You were destined for this. Come see it. It'll be fun. Our guest today is Melissa Monno. She is the owner of Sidecar Supper Club, which is an excellent place to hang out, drink, eat, listen to some live music. What they have built over there in terms of community and culture is pretty freaking cool. And in my mind, like Sidecar Supper Club embodies the sort of weird quirkiness of Batavia. Do you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know how they say like keep Austin weird?
Yes.
It's like keep Batavia weird.
Yes.
Like that feels like the epicenter of it.
The epicenter of keeping Batavia
Yeah,
weird.
it's like
well
the
said.
artists
Yes.
and there's just a vibe.
Yeah, totally.
It's like a real bohemian sort of like artsy. I don't know. It's a good feeling.
What's your impression of Melissa? You know her, right?
I do.
Yeah.
She's just like always hustling. That's my she's skating around.
Yeah.
She's spinning around. She's slinging drinks. She's she's kind of just like one woman show, you know?
Always hustling around is a good description.
Yeah. Every time she's always in motion.
Always in motion.
Body's in motion, stay in motion. And
so one of the things that keeps coming up in this conversation and that really stood out to me is that Melissa is someone who likes to do a lot of things. She's into a lot of things. She has a lot of hobbies, but more importantly, she can't stay still.
Okay.
She's a person who moves a lot, travels a lot. And I think she said herself she was an adrenaline junkie.
That makes sense.
We talked about, was Batavia a good place for someone who's an adrenaline junkie? What do you think the answer is?
Not really.
So you'll have to listen to see if she disagrees or not. It was a really good conversation, and more importantly, reinforced with me the value of a stable place for people who like to go around and do a lot of different things. I think that's a really unique thing. It has to be a place you can drop in after a while and feel comfortable. And it has to be a place with a lot of different experiences.
Yeah, now that you're saying that, I see the picture you're painting. Because it's like, there's music, there's...
Yeah.
There's like...
Bluegrass, trivia.
Yeah, there's also... And then there's like all different spaces, too, that you could be in.
All different food. Mm-hmm. Like the beer is always really eclectic, it feels like.
They have really good wings, too.
Oh, I got to try them. I haven't tried those.
I'm a wing freak. Their Moroccan wings are so good.
Oh, Moroccan wings. Mm-hmm. That sounds like something only Sidecar would have.
So good. And I eat a lot of wings, so.
To me, like, I'm not exactly as, like, restless as she is. But sometimes I am. And I like the idea that it's a place that acknowledges your restlessness, but also, like, invites you to rest. You know?
Yeah, that's beautifully said.
Thank you. In general, Sidecar Supper Club is like a representation of Melissa herself and her personality and her family. There's a really powerful story that she shares about her mom's influence on this place, who passed a few years ago, and the way that was carried over and the way her legacy was carried over. You will not be able to look at Sidecar Supper Club the same way again.
Wow. When
you walk past it after hearing this story. Sidecar Supper Club is just such a special place. I think my favorite thing about it is that it is designed around one person and their specific interests and personality. And I think that's really cool.
Very cool.
Here's my conversation with Melissa Monno of Sidecar Supper Club. This episode is brought to you by 212 Degrees Construction Group, local and trusted remodeling. Alexa, 212 Degrees Construction Group has recently been involved over at where you work, Sturdy Shelter. They just completed a whole project.
They did.
Kind of a big deal around here.
Huge deal. A riverside deck. We've been working on it forever. Huge for us, and I think huge for the people of Batavia. They kind of stepped in, I'd say like halfway through the project.
Yeah.
And helped get it completed.
Sort of saved the day.
Yeah. They helped complete the frame. They got the lighting, and they helped us choose a welder who did the powder coating on all the railings.
Yeah.
We put some cables up. We had a bunch of really helpful people from just like regulars from the brewery stain the deck. And essentially it's built to mirror the architecture of the inside.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot of the same elements, the stained wood, the dark railings, the cables. I think like spending more time with Brian and Chris.
Yeah.
I mean, they already, were around the brewery, but now I feel like I have like a person in my back pocket I can call if I need some home stuff done.
Guess what, listeners? You also have a person in your back pocket you can call. Their name is 212 Degrees Construction Group. They specialize in exterior and interior construction services tailored to your vision, just like Sturdy Shelter's vision.
Absolutely.
They did a great job with that. I think that's the thing that sets them apart from everyone else, is that they are very good at understanding what you're trying to accomplish and making that a reality.
Yeah. Like once they stepped in and really started helping, I felt like I could breathe. I was like, okay. Not that, it's nice. Like, I don't own the brewery, but I have,
You're affected by it.
I am brewery affected. I'm a brewery affected individual.
Me too. Well, if you're interested in your own deck or something like that, go to 212dcg.com or click the link in the show notes. You're celebrating your 10th anniversary. Sidecar Supper Club's 10th anniversary.
We have been here 10 years. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy. I don't know how that happened. Kind of like a 5 and 5.
Yeah.
We adopted the business. It was turnkey to me.
Okay.
It was like a nondescript River's Edge Bar and Grill.
Okay, I do remember.
Are we on the river?
Yes.
Are we on the edge of the river? Like, where's the apostrophe? Do we own the river? Like, it was, yeah. So we kept that for a while, the first 2 years. Just figuring out the town, because I wasn't from here. Like, what do we want to do to elevate it? What does the town want? And like, COVID was the reason that we did the rebranding. It just made sense. Like, do or die. Now we're Sidecar and Illinois Supper Club.
Interesting. So I moved here in 2018.
Okay.
So around the time, not when you moved here, but before, while it was River's Edge.
Yeah, we had like 2 more years of that name.
That's why, to me, I was like somewhat confused about how long Supper Club's been here and like what it looked like and all of that stuff.
Yeah, it's been the same team for 10 years.
That's cool.
Kind of doing a lot of the same stuff, but the branding came along in 2020, 2021, like really January is when we started it officially.
I want to go back to that, but first I have a question I asked everyone at the beginning. And actually I was thinking today, it has been a long time since I've talked to just a business owner.
Really?
I've actually done a lot of random other stuff, particularly like in a place where they run a business, especially restaurant. It's just been forever, which is crazy.
Here we are. Welcome.
I'm excited about this.
I'm so glad to have you.
So tell me, like, describe this location, which is like really unique and special, I think. Describe it to people who aren't here right now, who are listening to this.
We're in the middle of downtown Batavia on the Woonerf, which I love explaining what the Woonerf is to people.
I was just about to ask, what the heck is that?
Yeah, so before we got here, like this lovely brick road was created, and a Woonerf is technically like a concept that's it's a European concept that means like living street. And you're supposed to be able to play and dine and live and drive very carefully. And
drive.
Yeah, and just things are happening all the time.
Yeah.
And I love playing into that.
It's beautiful, yes.
It's a great concept. So we're like a 80s limestone historic building here on that street. The bottom, it's always been some sort of watering hole.
Yeah.
We've got a picture here from 1890. It's
1890.
Dirt floor, spittoon, like different bar, different everything. There wasn't even like women allowed here up until a certain time. So a lot of former bar owners are rolling in their graves. Like it's been like 3 females in a row who've owned the place. But it's tiny inside, and it's got a very timeless feel to it, and I love that. People like kind of feel like they're in a European pub, or it reminds them of Grandpa's basement, like whatever it is, it feels transportive and like inspires conversation. Is pretty cool. The back bar is a Brunswick bar from like turn of the century. Apparently it was in the World's Fair at one point, stored and brought out here. So we really try to like make that a centerpiece. And I have a catalog from Brunswick from 1900 where you could have like bought this bar and like all different types of pieces for it. And then we were closed for 11 months for COVID. So this was white walls and tin tackers and high tops. And we started to make little changes, but it didn't have this cozy feel. I went like OCD, and I got a bunch of like highway maps, and I put them up for wallpaper, and I had collections of sidecar motorcycle pictures that I printed and got frames, and we just made it cozy. So
that's what I was going to ask. When you transitioned from River's Edge to Sidecar, it was more than a branding exercise. It was sort of like establishing, what was it to you when you did that?
It was solidifying like, it's my brand, it's me. It was really nice to like feel like I'm really connected to this now. I'm all in. I'm all about the dogs and the motorcycles and the travel. That's my shtick. And it was like a little bit of a conversation piece if I'd parked the bike outside, but Now it really is, and people kind of wander around and look at all the 100 pictures that are up here, and
Yeah.
and some of these are my friends. They're like my sidecar motorcycling friends I've met along the journey. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, there's like a good story behind a lot of the pictures.
Is there like a culture around like sidecar motorcycles or something? Motorcycles? I don't know how to say that. But is there a culture around that specific thing?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's especially even just with the specific motorcycle I have, but there is a bit of a culture. I mean, I've met several people along the way, or they'll help you out just with information about how you can handle like having the dog with you, the rig itself performing kind of weird, where to get things fixed. We're weird. Yeah, there's been like like movies made about some of them and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, but I mean, you can see pictures on here of like, 100 years ago, people were still doing that.
Yes, that's really cool. So then you did that space and you sort of made it your own. What does this space mean to you at this stage?
I mean, it's more home than home.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm on the west side of Aurora now.
Okay.
I've lived in Batavia. We rented. When we bought, we wound up winding up in Aurora.
Okay, got it.
But
when was that? How long ago was that?
Oh goodness, 21. I think we bought.
21.
22?
Okay.
Yeah.
So after you bought Sidecar, you were living in Batavia and then you moved to Aurora.
Yep. I was living in Warrenville when we bought the place, actually. And then we hopped to the other side of Fermi.
Okay.
I lived in the building for a while, and then we rented.
Okay.
Yeah. I wanted to live in the building, but it was
In
also
this
nice to
building.
like go home. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
I was going to say, that's an interesting transition from like living at your workplace, essentially.
And it required
And then
that
to
for a
out of the-
while. Like
yeah.
I really was like here a lot, and I
Right.
still am. But
Yeah.
it's nice to create a little bit of distance. It was down the block for a little bit, and now it's a town away.
Were you sad to move out of Batavia?
I was, yeah. I mean, it was a tough market when we were trying to buy our first home.
What year was that?
I think it was 21.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, you were told to like write letters to
Yes.
the owners,
Right.
and we would have offers accepted, and then unfortunately someone bought it in cash the next day.
Yeah.
It was tough, and we were going to just stick with the same landlord and find a new location, but our realtor found us a place in his like family neighborhood and was like, I think you're really going to like it here, and we did. We took a picture at like the kitchen table, sent it to the owner, and
Yes.
we're like, all right, we want those people. So
But you said this is like your more home than home.
a lot of times, yeah.
So do you feel like you more of a Batavian than an Auroran? How do you feel
I still
around
feel
that?
kind of like a new Aurora.
Okay. What do you even say? I've never thought about that.
A-Town. I like it there, and my main connection to there has always been being on the roller derby team.
Okay.
That was a lovely connection. Like you're in the parade and stuff. So
Yes.
so that's nice. But as far as just like live life, love things, like here's
Yeah.
where my heart is.
I mean, I think most people sort of somehow it's like in the air that you have all these hobbies. The sidecar thing, it makes sense, but like
Indeed.
the sidecar thing and the roller derby thing, these are things I have somehow become aware of.
That's great. I'm
What
glad
else
the
is
legend
there?
continues. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
I
you are.
don't want to live my life like a bit of a cartoon character.
You're sort of like a mythical figure. I don't know. That's overstating it, but you are. Do you have other hobbies besides those two things?
I mean, like the sidecaring kind of put together everything. I
Yeah.
like just outdoors,
Okay, yeah.
and the motorcycle travel, that kind of stuff. I have dabbled in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Most of the hobbies become very expensive, so I
Yeah.
haven't like been all in on like say skydiving or something like that.
Yeah.
I went to class and was like, no, this is too far away. But
It sounds like you like adrenaline.
I do. When I
Yeah.
got out of college, I had this like mission. I was going to like kind of conquer air, land, and sea.
Okay.
And the motorcycle was the obvious.
What'd you do in
land.
college? What was college?
I went to school at U of I, graduated in 2000 with a journalism degree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could talk to you forever about that. But sorry, I don't want to interrupt what you were saying.
all
Go
good.
ahead.
No, so the motorcycle was the land bit. I got my scuba certification, so I did that a handful of times. And then both jumped out of planes and learned how to fly.
Okay. Wow. Interesting.
So yeah, it's my zombie apocalypse skill.
Do you think that Batavia is a good place for people who are adrenaline junkies?
No, it's not. No. If I want to like
No
ride
wonder
the
you're in Aurora.
motorcycle and traffic on Randall, maybe. No, it's tough. I have explored like every, forest preserve and just like I want to connect to nature in all the ways. But as far as adrenaline, there's not a ton of that. But.
Yes, that makes sense. There's not even a water park or something here. I mean, there's not.
I mean, like the Yorkville one's not too far.
You maybe could find something at Funway, like go real fast in the go-karts.
I sponsored them this year. I have to go check them out. Yeah, I haven't even been there yet.
That's cool. I didn't know. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so one of the questions we always ask is, what is the first time you felt you belonged in Batavia?
I can pinpoint an actual moment, to tell you the truth. I'll keep it like somewhat brief because it's a little emotional. It was 2017 in springtime. My mom had passed, and her connection here, like she wanted to help out a lot, but was like struggling with health a lot, like when I first started the bar. So she couldn't really be that present. But something I asked of her that first year was to plant the flowers. There's like 30 flower boxes.
Yeah.
Like, that's a mom thing to do.
Yeah.
So take your time, don't worry, the sun was getting to her and stuff. And I remember her like meeting like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like that was kind of her connection to it. And, like
Yeah.
some people who are still regulars and dear friends now that like, we just talk about mom and the flowers.
Aww.
And she passed like in the springtime when you would be planting flowers. And I was like, oh, all the things. And you zero in and zoom in, zoom out when you're trying to navigate just big grief like that.
Yeah.
I remember telling one of my friends like that I had just met, and the flowers, oh my God, I can't even imagine touching a flower. And when I took some time off, I got back and a bunch of people got together and they planted those flowers for me.
Wow.
And I walked back to that.
Oh my gosh.
I still get a little,
That's
emotional
unbelievable.
about it.
That's such a good story.
That was the first time I was like,
yeah,
this is a good place.
And flowers are such a motif with Sidecar, it feels like. It's like something I think about.
It's kind of like the revival of every year that we get to go back outside again. We're this tiny little place with like 2 rooms and 40 chairs, and then outside there's like 100 people. And they're anywhere.
Yes,
You never know. They're in
yes.
the beer garden, they're on River Street. I don't know where people are.
Yes. I appreciate you sharing that. That's a great story.
Yeah, thanks
incredible.
thank you.
And it speaks to something that I think is we've talked for 10 minutes, and already you have this very deep picture of the ways in which it really is your place. Like you have made every like little detail here comes from something deeply felt, it feels like.
It's become that just over time. And it's just kind of like the organic nature of growth here. Like just the way that the music has become such a part of it. The logo itself, the D has the ears on it. And
oh, let me see. It's on your...
Is on my hat.
Oh,
Can you see that?
That's your dog's ears?
That's my dog. My dog Dante he's the reason we're here. That's the story.
Amazing.
He was my first sidecar dog.
So... when you say he's the reason you're here, like, what do you mean?
I mean, like, he was my first sidecar dog. So those are all the travels.
He got you into sidecar.
Got me into that, and that just like the story. One thing in front of we wound up back here.
Yeah.
Somehow, many years ago, I did this like pachacacha. Do you remember? Was that going on when you were here?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh, I miss it so much. Several years there was something called pachacacha. It means chit chat in Japanese, and it was 20 seconds each for 20 slides, and it would just be kind of like adult show and tell almost.
Oh, I know this.
And a lot of nonprofits would explain what they were doing, or someone would give their... one of the best ones was someone trying to eradicate a raccoon from their backyard. Like, you just tell a story really quick, like purposefully quick. And I did one on my travels, and how it like brought me back here. And that was like one of the first things I felt like I gave to the town, and also then got on board with helping create many more of those projects. Yeah. I'm sorry, I lost where we went. Oh
no, yeah. No, I was asking how the dog started it. But but then tangents happen. It leaves us more to work with, so it's good. You said it was a turnkey situation.
It was.
So had you ever run a bar or anything before?
Yes.
Okay.
Sort of. I was like managing the Tap House Grill bars. I started
Where was that?
So I started in Westmont.
Okay.
And I quit my job and ran away. That was my first sidecar trip. Like quit my job, and I was determined to like leave the state. I was like going to find a new life out west. Yeah. And I just I quit the job, got on the bike with the dog. And we were gone for 4 months. We like lived on the road for 4 months, and it like twice this happened where I like first I found a job and then I didn't have a place to live. Then I had a place to live and no job, and I wound up like coming home to like. I got the same job, but they sent me to St. Charles. So I managed Tap House Grill up in St. Charles for another year, did the same thing. Where I'm like, hey, I'm going to take 2 weeks. And my manager, who I followed there from the other location, was like, you sure you're not just kind of quitting? I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah.
If I wind up coming back, take me back.
Yeah.
So that was June of 2015, and I couldn't leave. It was raining. It's like the most record rain that year. And like, I'm traveling on a motorcycle. I'm not going to like go into rain. So I was waiting for like 3 days where it felt kind of clear enough to get out of the Midwest.
Oh, interesting.
In that time, I got really restless. I don't plan a route. It wasn't like I was like looking at maps or anything. I just go.
Yeah.
And I found a bar for sale. It was listed in North Aurora, no pictures. It just like the price was right. It said like community-centered music, something or other. It's like, told my partner Ryan, I'm like, I'm gonna go pretend to buy a bar today. So I go with like this, checklist of things that'll make me sound professional, like how's the roof, or like, how's your furnace.
Did you
working?
mean it? You were just pretending?
I meant I was just pretending. I talked about before because I've always been in and out of hospitality forever.
Yes.
I mean, like host, server, bartender, all the way through manager. And it was something we wanted to do. Yeah. Not necessarily now. Like, I want to own a beach bar or something one day. But
so it's more like you were practicing buying a bar.
Yeah. I didn't know what I was doing with my time or life at all. I wound up here. And just the energy was right. It was a really kind of like sunshiny rainbow Batavia kind of day I walked into. And it just felt good. It had good bones. You had this beautiful outdoor space. Everything just felt like potential. This is being underutilized, and this is kind of cool. I had worked at a bar in Chicago that was a neighborhood bar, Sheffield's, for a little bit, and it had that like kind of neighborhood bar but Rivertown vibe. And I didn't think that was something like that was cool.
Yeah,
but it's just not something you like walk into. So. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna make an offer, and I talked to my dad and my partner, and we had a Batavia day, and I put the offer in. Nothing. So I went on the trip, and then I got a phone call when I was in Georgia. I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll come home.
Yeah, when you were in Georgia?
When I was in Georgia, yeah.
Just traveling?
Just traveling. Well, I was like, okay, I tried out west, and that didn't work. Let's go east. I don't really want to, but...
Yeah, so you bought this place, and then you sort of kept the name?
Yeah.
It was like new management... Same great taste kind of thing. Was that kind of the approach?
We walked in to see what did we get ourselves into.
Yeah, totally.
I had asked like the previous owner, like, okay, I need like 40 hours of training in the front of house and the back of house, and I want to know like how this works here. Yeah. And she basically like, here's the keys, peace out. And I was like, okay, I don't even know how to open the safe. So I just got to cleaning, not cleaning house, just literally like cleaning up, kind of meeting people, deciding what worked and what didn't. Like we killed some programming early on. Karaoke didn't feel like the right vibe. Open mic did for a while. Yeah. Music felt good, but needed more consistency, so we did more of that. We worked with the kitchen, kind of made that more consistent over many years, and
you just started shaping it over time.
Yeah, little by little, just kind of listening to what the town was and wanted, and also giving a little bit of what we wanted to do too.
Yeah. It's interesting to think about though, like there are at this point like a number of bar type establishments around Batavia, and everyone has a really specific character.
There's a very different vibe, and that's wonderful. Yeah.
Every one of them, like I could tell you, I probably shouldn't. That's too risky, but I could probably tell you.
You said you could edit. I don't know.
Yeah, I could tell you the vibe of every one, right? And it's a really distinct vibe, every one.
We'll have to compare notes on what we feel those vibes are sometime.
So what do you feel like the vibe of Sidecar is, like uniquely?
Well, over the last couple of years especially, we've turned very family friendly. So like the age group is like newborn baby to like we have celebrated 93rd birthdays here. Yeah. So
intergenerational.
Yeah, indeed. I think it's just for like anyone who is looking to take things a little bit slower, honestly.
Interesting.
Just like I understand if you're in a rush, you got to go to Comedy Vault and stuff. We didn't try to figure that out right away. I'm trying to, give you a burger that takes an hour. It happens because we have these events on the street sometimes that like
there's a lot of people.
A lot of people show up, and my kitchen is like the size of the table we're sitting at right now.
That is a challenge.
It's a challenge, and we've kind of reinvented that space over and over to make it more efficient.
Yeah.
But
most restaurants and bars have like a inherent limitation of space.
Yes.
But on Sunday nights, if you come out here during Bluegrass, you'll just see a sprawling crowd of people.
The folks that come out on Thursdays for trivia and on Sundays for Bluegrass, word is out. And I love that. Like, it's free and family friendly. You don't have to, like, come spend a dime. And a lot of times, like, people will be like, oh, your kitchen's an hour? Yeah, not today. Like, just give me a beer. And that's fine. Like, come bring a cooler of fruit and veggies. Support another local place in town. Yeah. Whatever you want to do that day. Yeah. I'm just happy to, like, kind of be a little epicenter for a community space.
Right. So when you started it, how did you expect that it would pan out?
I have no idea.
You didn't know?
Literally no idea.
You didn't have like hopes and dreams. And when I start something, I get real optimistic about it. I'm
Me too.
consistently let down by the actual result.
I mean, the first day was so hard that it was like anything is better than this.
How so?
Oh man, I'm really gonna fix myself here. So day one. There's a couple bartenders, there's no one here, they're getting ready for an open mic later in the night, and one customer comes in, maybe two or something. I'm talking to someone who used to manage the place, so I can learn a little about it, anything I can learn about. Yeah. In the meantime, it seems as though the bartender might have served someone underage.
No.
Like, literally the only person that's walked in. Like, how did this happen? Like, are you sure it happened? Like, the cops aren't coming in, so maybe it didn't happen. What just happened? Yeah. So, and usually if you get stung like that, the cops, like, come right in. But it was hours later, the cops came back.
So someone, like, found out?
Someone, we absolutely, like, failed a sting. Like, within the first hours of me being here.
That calms me down. I'm like, I'm not going to get you in trouble by airing, because it's a great story. So...
I mean, it's fine. I had a meeting with the mayor and everything about it.
Oh, man.
But the biggest problem was that, like, I was still so new, like day one. The cops didn't even think I was going to be open. And like, there should have been, like, kind of a buffer. But we had really, thought we paid attention to the paperwork. And, like, the last owner ended this day, and we start this day. And I didn't even know how to work the printer to get a liquor license on the wall. And I was like, man. Let me show you my email. I have it right here.
Right.
The email said I was declined.
Oh, no.
Like, I didn't even look because there was, like, Exhibit B. Like some page wasn't attached to my initial application that said that I didn't own the ATM. Something ridiculous.
Jeez.
Like, there was no reason. So now I've served someone underage with no liquor license. Day one.
How did you recover?
I immediately went straight to the mayor's office and was like, that's not how I'm going to run a business. We have to have a meeting. Oh, my God. And,
So you called for a meeting with the mayor to sort of plead your case.
Basically. I mean, I knew I was getting fined and I had all this nonsense. Yeah. Like, the liquor commission was going to come out. Like, it was not a good start.
What is a liquor commission? What does that look like? Is that people? Is it a group of people?
It's a group of people. It's like a person for your area. They come out sometimes. Like, I don't see them very often, but they want to make sure your invoices match, like, what you have on.
So they want to look at a bunch of paperwork.
A lot of times, yeah. I mean, and, like, they'll come out now, especially to establishments who have, like, gaming and stuff. I feel like they get them more than we do. Yeah. But they still come out on occasion. And
that's fascinating.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So that's a hard first day.
A hard first day. Like, it's all uphill from here.
Right. It doesn't get worse than that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were, there's hiccups along the way. There's still a drinking establishment. We've had to call cops before. But for the most part, it's just been like, hey, we want to have a chill vibe here. Yeah. Show you a good time. Hang out. You're at home when you're here. You'll either feel that or not. Come back. Tell people.
Was there a moment other than that when you questioned everything? And why was it not COVID?
It was definitely COVID.
I think that's the obvious question for everyone. But
it was
the obvious answer
COVID.
For everyone, yeah.
I mean, it was tough. There were times that, we were closed inside and it kind of felt like our clubhouse. And it was just like a safe place for us. And we were still getting by, making food for people. There was a glimmer of normal in that, which I was really grateful for. I felt guilty for laughing sometimes during that time. Like, I feel normal today. And, But, I definitely wanted to, like, give up several times in that time. Like, the world's shutting everything else down. Yeah. I'll go do something else. I remember my backup plan was I wanted to go to school to be a wind turbine technician. I just really like heights. And I was like, that's totally different. Yeah. I don't want a customer service anymore after this. Like, I can't please anyone.
Yeah. But your job is pleasing people.
Yes. I smile a lot.
Do you like doing that?
I do.
Do you really?
I do. I do, and it comes very naturally, and I love it. It is a draining, though. When I have a day off, it's hard to be like, oh, I want to talk to friends and hang out. I just want to cuddle my dog and
talk to someone who doesn't
just be quiet.
Talk back. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What has owning a business in Batavia taught you about yourself?
Oh, good. That's a good question. Batavia, just like a town that wants to like connect so much, has been great. Part of the reason I think that the original owner like didn't want to be here was because she wanted to be an absentee owner. And that's like the first thing I learned, like walking in, was like, that's not what the town wants. Like they want to know you, like they want to know your story. They want to connect. And I was like, ooh, that's a lot, but I mean, that's what I was doing anyways. So
you got to talk to me on a podcast.
Yay, here we are.
In order to
fast forward 10 years.
Yeah, that's a requirement to be a business owner in Batavia.
It's a requirement now. I've got a long checklist there.
And it's kind of cool to think about that as a unique concept in Batavia. I think that's totally true. I mean, lots of people go to Geneva or St. Charles and just, that place seems cool. Let's go.
It's for better or worse. I mean, the amount of people my poor staff sometimes have to deal with that are like, well, I know the owner. Like,
everyone knows every owner.
Everyone knows them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people staying late, I assume, because they're like, we can get away with it.
Well, in the past, yes. Yeah. It's been less and less. I feel like people aren't hanging out quite as late anymore. And our liquor license only goes till midnight now.
Oh,
it's not. It used to be citywide till 2, and now you have to. Starting this past year, you pay extra to stay open till 2. It's midnight or 2.
How do you feel about that?
Nothing good happens after midnight.
Okay, so you're okay with it.
I'm great with that. Yeah,
that's interesting.
Yeah, we'll just send people down to the cellar. I'm sure they're happy to have them.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
Make that money.
Yes. Okay. So, what has been your biggest struggle?
Work-life balance.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I wear a lot of hats. So, am I getting too far behind on email and upsetting someone? Like, do I need to learn how to rebuild a toilet? Like, just like trying to like commit to things outside so that I can connect to the community outside of this space.
Yeah.
I've tried several different avenues of volunteering that haven't been able to stick the way I've had volunteer opportunities in my past before here stick.
Say more about that. Can I ask you to say more about that? Because I have a similar problem.
Yeah, like I was really involved with like wildlife rehabilitation before being here. When I lived in the city for a brief moment, I worked at Peggy Notapart Nature Museum as a volunteer. It was more in education. And then when I moved out to the suburbs, I was at Willowbrook Wildlife Center, and I loved it. You know, I'm cleaning poop, but I loved it. Like it was great. And I moved into education too. But it's a commitment. Like it's several hours every week. And I could not carve out time to continue that. Yeah. So I tried to move that out to Kane County since I was out here. Yeah. And I could not commit to that. Yeah. And that was tough because I liked doing that. And then, so, eventually I got onto the roller derby, and they're really okay with you popping in and out a bit. I help serve the board for that. I help with Main Street, help with that Cha-Cha thing I mentioned. But like nothing is like stuck for a long time. And I'm trying again right now. I've had a 1.5-year commitment with a great organization, and I'm a CASA advocate. So. Yeah. It's interesting. Like the theme I'm feeling is like you are a restless person, it seems like. I am, That's like part of who you are. Indeed. I need to be doing something all the time. Like board is my middle name. Doing a new thing. It sounds like. I do like new experiences, So how have you done this for 10 years? That's a great question. I had never really had a job for more than like 3 years at a time. Things have refreshed a bit every couple of years while I've been here, whether it be the climate of the world or just the menu, the new people coming in that want to make this their home. Yeah, the name and design and all that. Yeah. So I really like business as usual. Like when we have big events and stuff, they're fun, but they're tough. Right. We keep a very small but mighty staff, so we do a lot of work for those. Yes. Some of our annual events have kind of had to fade into the background as we've gotten busier and busier. Like what? We used to have a beer can derby. Oh, I'd love to bring that back. Yeah, it's like a Pinewood Derby, but for beer cans. Oh, that's amazing. So we have this like tiered patio on the side, and a friend made like a couple lane track that went down several of those, like 3 levels of patio it went down. And so you made very specific requirements on like weight for like your beer can you turned into a car.
Yeah.
So like someone would win like the fastest car, and we also had like a best in show category too. So if you wanted to decorate a keg or something.
Amazing.
But some of those winners, like from like I think we did 5 of them. They're like great friends of the bar, and we reminisce and want to bring that back eventually.
Yeah. But you ran out of time and energy essentially to do this.
And a bit of space, honestly.
Okay.
Like some of our bigger events, like need to be on River Street. You can't like pack that many people into.
Do you need like a permit or something to make that happen?
We do. Yeah. We've figured out how those permits work up to a certain level. If we do a more collaborative effort with anyone and bring out more than 150 plus people, that's like a new set of permits.
A whole other thing.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. You're allowing yourself to change things up every now and then. So you're not.
Absolutely.
Are you? Who
knows what's next?
Well, I was going to ask, like, honestly, are you itching to like get out of here?
I mean,
I'm hesitant to bring it up. I feel like I'm planting the idea, but I'm certain the idea's been in your head already.
I mean, it's always in my head. And like the thing that's in my head right now is like my first big like road trip. That was like 4 months.
Yeah.
My dog was 7 years old, and my current co-pilot Levi just turned 7 this year.
Wow.
I'm like, well, he's a gooder boy, so he deserves a gooder trip. Like, can we get to Maine? You think?
Yeah.
No, my heart's here. It has grown. The roots have grown. This is going to be home. Like, and I think that it's very important to run away from home on occasion.
Yeah.
And like,
I like that.
Meet people, see why their home is their home, and kind of bring back those notions with like a refreshed view of the world and yourself and your connection to it. So
I love that. Yes. I think like a lot of times, I like Batavia. That's why I started the podcast.
Yeah.
I prefer to stay here for things. But when I go, this is not what you're talking about. When I go to neighboring suburbs or Aurora or something, you come back with all of this appreciation and these ideas and all of this stuff. And
like
so
the
it
little
really
downtowns
helps.
are different and stuff. I didn't grow up in a town that had a downtown. So I love like pulling from other neighborhoods and...
I also think Batavia is uniquely open to outside ideas.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense to me even that Sidecar would succeed for that reason. Like, it's in a good way, it's a weird place, right?
It's a weird place.
It's like very unique in what it's about, what it's doing.
We're doing a lot of different things all the time, and some people are only here for trivia. Some people are only here for bluegrass.
Yeah.
Some people only come to the hootenanny that we adopted, but we're still at space for them, and they're happy to be here.
That's cool. What is it about Sidecar that could only work in Batavia?
Oh goodness, it just depends. Like, I've got these tables outside because we're on the bike path, so we're gonna. Someone from Chicago that decided they're going to try the bike path today out here on the Fox River. Oh, I need lunch. And they just happened to be here.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting situations we've been thrown into are just like situational.
I think too, like what we were talking about, the uniqueness and Batavia being open to just uniqueness in that way kind of fits.
I agree. Batavia is quite unique. And it's made me feel unique.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. What keeps you up at night?
What keeps me up at night? Did I regulate my coffee right today?
What does that mean? Did you regulate it?
Oh gosh. It means that I keep drinking coffee, not knowing what time it was, and it's 6:00, and I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm not going to sleep tonight. This is a question you probably ask everyone, and I have to answer, right?
You don't have to. Do you have anxiety around things?
It comes and goes. I don't really have anxiety for big picture world stuff. I mean, I ran away from journalism for a very specific reason.
Tell me that reason.
It got so heavy.
Yes.
Like I graduated during a time where there weren't blogs and stuff where you can make money off of fluff pieces and things. You were going to write hard news and tell the world to watch out, and I don't know, that just wasn't me. I moved into layout, design, editing, that kind of stuff, because life is a lot of perspective, I feel like, and I've kind of tried to keep my perspective really neutral. I live at this bar, and I have a pretty firm, no politics or religion kind of thing. Unless it's Batavia Lyceum night, then game on, I guess. But that's purposeful. Those problems are going to be there. I'm not going to be the one to solve them. I ride around in a sidecar with a dog, just smiling at people randomly. big picture, I just I just want to make people happy.
Which is why you went from journalism to hospitality.
To hospitality, yeah. Like, who did you trust? Your journalism or your journalist or your bartender?
Well, also
who do you want to talk to
journalism
more?
has a lot of like restrictions and limitations. You're not allowed to even really journalistic ethics is hard.
And the higher up you go, bigger jobs, there's actually someone telling you what you can write and what you can say. And I saw that in some of the people I graduated with. I'm like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah. What made you want to go into journalism in the first place?
I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I liked to write, and I wanted to learn about a lot of things.
There you go.
So I didn't know if I was going to be like, oh, will I learn about science today? Or will I learn about...
Are you writing now?
No, and I should. That's a really good outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put out a zine. Supper Club zine.
Yeah. Maybe.
I think about that all the time.
Maybe.
I'm like, maybe Erica should do a zine.
I like the idea.
I'm inspired by Joe Urban Trout.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me too. Big time. I should because I like just analog things. There's analog life for as much as possible. There's some businesses out there that they're doing snail mail or something, purposeful snail mail.
Photos.
I'm really thinking a lot about that.
I get a newsletter from Greg Photos every now and then,
That's
and I'm
amazing.
like, this is so weird.
Sign me up.
It's got little one-line jokes. So I'm like, these are just tweets.
Oh my gosh,
he's just putting tweets on a page.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing.
Sign me up.
Yeah, that's cool. So, okay, last question. I ask everyone this. To you, what does it mean to belong in Batavia?
I think belonging in Batavia has to do with showing up.
Showing up.
Yeah. For a neighbor, for an event, to a store, just showing up. There's lots of things going on all the time. And you show up, those things are going to stay alive. They're going to inspire other things. It's going to forge a more meaningful connection with the people here and the place itself. And if you take the time to go slow and make those connections, you're going to have a much more authentic experience here, living in Batavia.
Thanks for listening to Area Code Batavia. If you'd like more of Area Code Batavia, or you'd like to support what we do, you can become a member of the 630. Just check out the link in the show notes. Or you can sign up for our newsletter. Just click the link in the show notes and enter your email address. Area Code Batavia is produced by Area Code Audio, a podcasting production and consulting agency that helps nonprofits and mission-driven organizations drive meaningful change through podcasting. Hosted by me, Richard Clark. Our co-host and associate producer is Alexa Swedenbank. Edited by Matt Linder. Additional production help from Jennifer Clark.